In the heart of Eastern Europe, a village cowers under a veil of mist, as ancient fears awaken. An unsettling hush descends upon the village, with only whispers carried by the wind, hinting at impending doom. Huddled together, villagers whisper of Dracula, their faces reflecting a deep-seated terror that permeates the very air. Superstition and dread saturate the atmosphere, as every shadow seems to harbor a lurking menace. In the dimly lit tavern, shadows dance on the rough-hewn walls, thick with the aroma of ale and wood smoke. Alexander, a historian in his late 30s, listens with a mixture of skepticism and intrigue as villagers recount eerie tales. Villager 1 recounts a chilling encounter, describing a shadow and a bat vanishing into thin air. Villager 2 fearfully proclaims Dracula feeds on the blood of the innocent, intensifying the tavern's dread. Alexander challenges the villagers' fears. Dracula, a fascinating legend but rarely based in fact. Villager 3 retorts that fact or legend, Dracula's terror is real to them as they live in fear. Alexander, undeterred, notes the power of fear as a motivator for storytelling, hinting at the legend's enduring appeal. Under the cloak of night, Alexander ventures through a dense forest towards a forgotten castle, guided by moonlight. The forest's dense canopy forms an oppressive barrier, allowing only slivers of moonlight to pierce the darkness. Drawn by destiny, Alexander persists towards his destination, the forgotten castle veiled in mystery. The imposing castle looms, a silent sentinel of bygone eras. Perched atop a steep hill, the castle exudes an aura of ancient power despite its decay. Gnarled trees claw at the sky around the castle, their twisted branches whispering tales of forgotten times. Alexander steps into the castle, where the air hangs thick with an icy silence. Nameless faces and old paintings cast silent judgment upon him, their eyes following his every move. At the hall's end, a statue of a prince looms, a silent sentinel guarding secrets of old. Alexander wanders through the castle corridors, each door a mocking barrier in the dead of night. A glimmer of hope appears as a spiral staircase descends into the unknown depths of the basement. The depths call to Alexander, promising secrets and shadows. In the castle basement, a suffocating atmosphere of mildew and forgotten time engulfs Alexander as he descends into darkness. The beam of Alexander's flashlight slices through the gloom, revealing an ancient wooden coffin veiled in a thick shroud of dust. Alexander coughs, waving his hand in front of his face, as the air grows thick. Deep within the castle basement, shadows dance around the ancient coffin, concealing untold secrets. With bated breath, Alexander unveils the coffin's contents, revealing a book bound in aged red cloth, its pages filled with an inscrutable script. The thick book is revealed, its pages filled with a mysterious, unknown script that promises both knowledge and peril. Deep within the castle basement, the book awakens as the ancient script begins to twist and contort before Alexander's eyes. The pages of the ancient book begin to writhe, imbued with a dark, mysterious life of their own, hinting at untold secrets. Deep within the castle basement, the chilling echo of footsteps shatters the silence, leaving Alexander in a vortex of eerie solitude. In a harrowing twist, Alexander whirls around, only to be met by the taunting presence of nothingness. Shadows dance ominously along the walls, playing tricks on the eye and deepening the mystery. Footsteps echo louder through the castle basement, hinting at an approaching presence. From the depths of darkness, a tall, thin figure emerges, shrouded in mystery. In the castle basement, Dracula's chilling presence fills the air, his gaze piercing Alexander's soul. A terrifying smile spreads across Dracula's face, revealing the sharp fangs that promise eternal night. The air grows heavy with the weight of Dracula's ancient power, as Alexander faces his horrifying adversary in the castle's dark heart. The castle basement is shrouded in a chilling, damp darkness, where shadows waltz across the ancient stone walls. From the depths of shadow, Dracula emerges, declaring, "I've been waiting for so long," Dracula asserts. "You've opened the door that should have remained closed, Alexander. Now, you must pay." In the depths of the castle basement, Alexander's attempt to retreat is thwarted by an unseen force, his feet leaden with dread. The ancient book in his grasp pulsates with dark energy, its pages twisting towards a forbidden ritual that threatens to unleash Dracula. The air crackles with anticipation as the ritual begins to take form, promising resurrection and eternal night. In the depths of the castle basement, Dracula advances, his gaze burning with dark intent. The air crackles with anticipation as Dracula proclaims, "Tonight I will return, and you will be a part of my power." The shadows deepen, hinting at the imminent transformation, as Dracula speaks of returning. In the dim castle basement, Alexander delves into the arcane symbols of an ancient book, his touch igniting dormant magic. His voice, resonating with the power of an unfamiliar incantation, fills the stone chamber, stirring the echoes of forgotten spells. A flicker of hope ignites in his eyes as he desperately tries to undo the magic he has unwittingly unleashed, striving to close the door he has inadvertently opened. In the castle basement, Dracula melts into the shadows, leaving behind an oppressive silence. The suffocating silence amplifies the lingering dread, as if the very air is thick with unspoken terror. Darkness becomes a palpable entity, concealing unknown horrors within its impenetrable embrace. The castle emerges from the darkness, kissed by the pale light of dawn. A chilling whisper echoes through the ages. "This is only the beginning, Alexander. I will always be here. I am Dracula." The name Dracula lingers in the air, a haunting promise of eternal presence. Sunlight dances through the dense canopy, casting ethereal shadows on the forest road, a silent testament to a brave researcher's vanished journey. The path stretches into the unknown, its silence a haunting echo of the mysteries that lie within the castle walls. The once brave researcher never returned, leaving behind only whispers of the secrets concealed by the ancient castle. The ancient castle stands silhouetted against the dying light, a silent sentinel awaiting the stirring of a dark prince. In the fading glow of twilight, the castle recedes into shadow, a haunted relic yearning for a new soul to disturb its slumber. Entombed in darkness, the castle slumbers, poised for the inevitable awakening of its dormant evil. In the dimly lit village tavern, a smoky haze filled with the scent of ale and dread hangs heavy, casting long shadows across the anxious faces of huddled villagers. In hushed tones, a villager whispers that the monster stalks the night like a shadow, leaving nothing but empty husks behind. Another villager adds, his voice trembling, that the creature's thirst is unquenchable, forever craving the blood of the innocent. The name Dracula echoes through the tavern, a chilling curse upon the land, as the villagers grapple with their fear. In the heart of the night-cloaked forest, a shadowy figure emerges, his eyes ablaze with an eerie inner light. The figure moves with predatory grace, a silent hunter amidst the whispering trees, his presence a harbinger of unseen dangers. His glowing eyes cut through the darkness, piercing the veil of night, as if searching for a hidden prey, promising an encounter of terrifying proportions. In the castle library, Alexander, illuminated by the soft glow of an oil lamp, delves deep into the shadows of Dracula's history, poring over ancient texts and maps. The ancient texts and maps whisper secrets of Dracula's past, each page turned revealing darker truths and hidden horrors. Engrossed in his research, Alexander unwittingly treads closer to the abyss, where the legend of Dracula blurs the line between history and nightmare. Alexander enters the castle chapel, where shadows waltz upon the walls, guided by the eerie glow of flickering candles. The sacred altar lies overturned, its sanctity violated, revealing Dracula's dark blasphemy. A palpable chill grips the chapel, whispering tales of the evil that has taken root within these once holy walls. Alexander navigates the castle dungeon, where shadows waltz eerily, whispering tales of forgotten despair. The cold, damp air clings to Alexander as the flickering torch reveals the dungeon's grim secrets. Each step echoes through the stone corridors, amplifying the weight of the castle's dark history. In the castle bedroom, Alexander is tormented by a nightmare, sweat glistening on his brow as terrifying images assault his subconscious. Eerie shadows dance ominously across the room, transforming familiar objects into monstrous shapes as Dracula's name echoes in the darkness. The nightmare intensifies, foreshadowing an inevitable confrontation with the ancient evil. In the castle basement, an ancient book pulses with an eerie light, casting dancing shadows that twist and writhe across the cold, damp stone. The air crackles with unseen energy as dust motes swirl around the book, each particle illuminated by its unholy light. Torn between fear and fascination, Alexander's face reflects the dark secrets that beckon from the book's depths. Drawn by an irresistible force, Alexander reaches out, his hand trembling as he inches closer to the abyss of forbidden knowledge. In the castle's shadowy basement, Alexander reels from a horrifying revelation, his eyes wide with dawning dread. Visions flood Alexander's mind, a glimpse into Dracula's tormented past, revealing the tragic genesis of a monster. He witnesses a man, once vibrant, now contorting in unspeakable agony as humanity slips away. Skin pales, teeth sharpen into fangs, and eyes ignite with an unholy fire, marking the irreversible descent into darkness. Alexander is forced to witness the tragic loss of a soul as Dracula is born. In the castle basement, Dracula's ominous shadow looms, swallowing Alexander in a chilling embrace of malice. With venomous amusement, Dracula's voice echoes through the chamber. "I have been watching you, Alexander. Your futile attempts to thwart me amuse me," Dracula proclaims, with chilling authority. "Soon, this world will bow before me, and you will be nothing more than a footnote." In the castle basement, a piercing pain shoots through Alexander's neck, heralding Dracula's imminent bite. The sharp sting signals the dark transformation about to take hold. In the castle basement, the air crackles with dark energy as Alexander writhes under Dracula's supernatural grip. Alexander's futile attempts to break free only tighten the invisible chains binding him to the ancient evil. The very stones of the castle seem to pulse with Dracula's power, amplifying Alexander's torment. Trapped in Dracula's malevolent embrace, Alexander's hope dwindles as the darkness threatens to consume him. In the depths of the castle basement, Alexander brandishes a crucifix, challenging the ancient evil that lurks in the shadows. Dracula recoils from the holy symbol, hissing in pain and fury as the crucifix's power momentarily weakens him. The crucifix offers only fleeting respite, as Dracula recovers quickly, his eyes blazing with renewed malice and determination. In the castle basement, Alexander unleashes holy water upon Dracula, sparking a violent reaction. The sacred liquid sizzles against Dracula's skin, eliciting a tormented hiss as he recoils in agony. Dracula's eyes burn with fury and suffering as the holy water continues its agonizing assault. In the castle basement, Alexander makes a daring escape, as Dracula relentlessly pursues. Dracula emerges from the shadows, his eyes burning with vengeful rage as he closes in on his prey. The chase intensifies, with Alexander narrowly evading Dracula's grasp in a desperate struggle for survival. With his escape at hand, Alexander makes a final desperate leap, hoping to outwit his pursuer and break free from the castle's clutches. In the ancient castle corridors, darkness becomes a treacherous ally as Alexander desperately flees from the looming shadow of Dracula. Heart-pounding, Alexander navigates the labyrinthine corridors, each echoing footstep amplifying the terror of his pursuer's relentless pursuit. The cold stone walls seem to whisper warnings, each turn a gamble against the inevitable encounter with the ancient evil. With every breath, Alexander fights to outrun the darkness, the castle's ancient stones bearing witness to his desperate plight. Alexander's footsteps echo hauntingly through the immense castle hall. In a sudden, chilling apparition, Dracula materializes, barring Alexander's path with an ominous presence. The air grows heavy with unspoken malice as Dracula blocks Alexander's progress, signaling a confrontation. In the majestic castle hall, Alexander and Dracula engage in a deadly dance, their battle illuminated by eerie chandelier light. Armed with a wooden stake and silver cross, Alexander deftly deflects Dracula's savage onslaught, his every move a defiance against the night. Amidst the echoing grandeur, Dracula's ferocious attacks intensify, each strike carrying the weight of centuries. In the grand castle hall, a fierce duel erupts as Alexander strikes a blow against the formidable Dracula. With savage fury, Dracula retaliates, unleashing his superhuman strength in a counterattack that shakes the very foundations of the castle. The battle intensifies, filling the hall with the echoes of clashing steel and the raw energy of supernatural conflict. In the grand hall of the castle, Alexander is hurled to the unforgiving stone floor. Dracula, consumed by ancient rage, lifts a clawed hand, poised to deliver the final, crushing blow. The impending doom hangs heavy as Dracula prepares to strike, sealing Alexander's fate in the heart of the ancient castle. In the castle's main hall, Shadows dance as Alexander makes a daring escape through a hidden passage, unaware of the danger that still lurks. The ancient stones whisper secrets of the castle as Alexander disappears into the darkness, hoping to evade Dracula's relentless pursuit. Despite his desperate flight, Alexander remains ensnared in Dracula's dark domain, where safety is but an illusion. Under the cloak of night, Alexander's desperate flight from the castle plunges him into the heart of a menacing forest. Each stride echoes with dread, as the forest's shadowy embrace tightens around him. His face, a canvas of raw terror, is illuminated by fleeting moonlight as branches claw at him in the darkness. In the heart of the night-cloaked forest, Dracula, a specter of terrifying allure, relentlessly stalks Alexander. Amidst the labyrinth of shadows, Alexander stumbles, each gasp echoing his mounting terror as Dracula's ominous shadow looms. The darkness itself seems to writhe as Dracula's shadow stretches, becoming a physical manifestation of the impending doom. In the dense forest, Alexander's misstep sends him spiraling into a shadowy ravine. The impact of his fall reverberates with agonizing pain as he lands awkwardly, his leg bearing the brunt of the force. In the heart of the ancient forest, Dracula confronts Alexander, now stripped of his defenses. The forest witnesses a moment of vulnerability as Alexander stands defenseless before the looming Dracula. The inevitable confrontation unfolds, the ancient forest holding its breath as Dracula advances, ready to strike. Deep in the forest's embrace, Dracula prepares to unleash his eternal curse upon Alexander, sealing his grim destiny. In a harrowing instant, Dracula's dark eyes gleam with predatory hunger, ready to claim Alexander as his own. Alexander's face fills with terror and resignation as he braces for the inevitable, his fate hanging in the balance. In the silent forest, a single ray of sunlight pierces through the canopy, heralding a moment of vulnerability for Dracula. The sunlight scorches Dracula, his face contorted in anguish as the ancient power of the forest turns against him. Weakened, Dracula stumbles, his dark silhouette a stark contrast against the vibrant green of the forest floor. Seizing his chance, Alexander flees into the dense forest, a chilling premonition haunting his every step. The trees loom ominously, as if whispering of Dracula's inevitable return. Each rustle of leaves, each snap of a twig, echoes with the promise of impending doom. As dawn breaks, a figure stumbles into the village, his every step radiating exhaustion and terror. In the dimly lit tavern at dawn, Alexander's frantic warning echoes unheard amidst the villagers' apathy. Alexander, wild-eyed, proclaims, "I tell you, he's real. Dracula is real. He feeds on the blood of the innocent." Villager 1 dismisses Alexander's claims with a scoff. "Get down from there, Alexander. You've had too much ale." Villager 2 reinforces the sentiment, muttering, "Aye, just ignore the crazy man." At the village's edge, Alexander is a solitary figure against the backdrop of familiar thatched roofs and cobblestone paths, weighed down by a sense of impending doom. Alexander's gaze sweeps across the peaceful village, now tainted with the shadow of Dracula's approaching terror. A heavy sense of foreboding descends upon Alexander as he envisions the impending doom Dracula will unleash on this once serene village. On a sun-dappled forest road, Alexander rides with unwavering resolve, his silhouette a beacon of hope against the ancient evil. With each stride, his resolve deepens, fueled by the burning desire to vanquish Dracula's shadow and reclaim the dawn. The forest whispers secrets of battles past, urging Alexander forward on his solitary quest to confront the darkness that threatens to consume all. In the castle basement, flickering torchlight casts eerie shadows as Dracula looms over a terrified victim on a stone altar. The ceremonial dagger gleams ominously, reflecting Dracula's dark intent as he prepares to plunge it into the helpless victim. The air crackles with dark energy as Dracula's guttural chant echoes through the chamber, signaling a desperate attempt to achieve immortality. In a desperate act of darkness, Dracula prepares to sacrifice the victim, seeking eternal life through a chilling ritual. Within the castle library, Dracula, shrouded in darkness, delves into ancient texts, the flickering candlelight casting eerie shadows that dance around him. He pores over arcane symbols and forgotten languages, his mind absorbing the forbidden knowledge that holds the secrets of the undead. In the heart of the castle library, the secrets of the undead are revealed under the dim light of the candle. In the desecrated castle chapel, Dracula stands as a silhouette against the shattered stained glass, a figure of defiance. With a face twisted in renunciation, he raises his hands towards the heavens, challenging the divine. Shadows dance menacingly around him, as Dracula embraces the encroaching darkness, sealing his fate. In the depths of Castle Dungeon, Dracula emerges as a figure of terrifying power, feeding on his victims in a macabre ritual. With each kill, Dracula's dark essence intensifies, solidifying his reign of terror. The dungeon air grows thick with dread as Dracula's power surges, marking the beginning of his dark legacy. In the castle bedroom, Dracula slumbers soundly within his coffin, bathed in the ethereal glow of moonlight. His pallid face, illuminated by the moon's gentle caress, hints at the ancient power slowly returning to him. With each deep breath, his chest rises and falls, a subtle dance of life rekindling within the immortal. In the castle basement, shadows cling to the stone walls as Alexander enters, his face set with grim determination. Dust motes dance in the faint light, adding to the sense of foreboding as Alexander presses forward. Alexander is determined to find and destroy the book that unleashed Dracula's terror upon the world. In the depths of the castle basement, Alexander's quest for an ancient book is met with the chilling emergence of Dracula's minions, their glowing red eyes piercing the darkness. The grotesque figures, with snarling faces and bared fangs, rise up to block his escape, their forms illuminated by an unholy glow. In the castle basement, Alexander confronts the darkness, his every move a calculated dance of destruction. With stakes and garlic, Alexander's arsenal becomes a beacon of hope against the encroaching shadows. Holy water hisses against decaying flesh, a symphony of purification echoing through the ancient halls. Each fallen minion fades into dust, a silent testament to Alexander's unwavering resolve and profound knowledge. In the castle basement, Alexander desecrates an ancient book, unleashing a storm of parchment and dust. In a sudden, terrifying apparition, Dracula materializes, his eyes burning with unimaginable fury. In the ominous depths of the castle basement, Alexander and Dracula stand poised, their confrontation charged with palpable energy. Alexander, resolute and defiant, confronts Dracula, his eyes blazing with unwavering determination. Dracula, regal and menacing, responds with a chilling gaze that pierces the very soul, his presence radiating ancient power. The air vibrates with unseen forces as these formidable adversaries prepare to clash, their destinies hanging in the balance. Deep within the castle basement, Alexander is absorbed in his arcane work, a sheen of sweat reflecting his intense concentration. Ancient symbols are carefully laid out, each placement a step closer to weakening Dracula's sinister power. The air vibrates with a growing, invisible force, signaling a pivotal moment in the battle against Dracula. In the dim, foreboding depths of the castle basement, Alexander corners Dracula. With grim determination, Alexander forces Dracula into the ancient coffin, his face a mask of resolve. The heavy lid slams shut, sealing Dracula away once more in an eternal prison. At dawn, Alexander watches the castle, once a symbol of dread, crumble into dust. The destruction of the castle heralds the end of Dracula's dark reign as the lair collapses into nothingness. Alexander's gaze reflects a mixture of triumph and sorrow as Dracula's lair turns to dust. Alexander triumphantly returns to the village, the air thick with anticipation and the echoes of a hero's welcome. As Alexander strides into the heart of the village, a wave of cheers erupts, each voice a testament to his bravery and valor. The villagers' cheers crescendo into a deafening roar as they hail Alexander as their hero, their expressions radiating pure elation and gratitude. The village tavern bursts with joyous celebration, a symphony of laughter and clinking mugs honoring Alexander's triumph. Amidst the revelry, Alexander stands as a solitary figure, his weary eyes betraying a haunting premonition of Dracula's return. In his heart, a chilling certainty lingers. Dracula's shadow looms, promising an inevitable resurgence. Alexander departs the village, his silhouette stark against the dense forest, shadowed by his encounter with Dracula. The weight of his fateful encounter etches itself into Alexander's soul, forever altering the path of his life. Each step deeper into the woods echoes the profound transformation within him, as Dracula's shadow forever stains Alexander's spirit. In the castle basement, an oppressive stillness settles over the ancient stone floor, amplifying the chilling dampness that permeates the air. The ornate coffin, an emblem of dread and confinement, trembles violently, shattering the silence of the basement with ominous echoes. The ominous tremors hint at Dracula's imminent escape, promising to unleash chaos upon the unsuspecting world. Under the cloak of night, a bat soars over the village, an ominous harbinger of Dracula's immortal shadow. In the heart of the night, a weathered wooden door groans open, inviting a new historian into the village tavern. The new historian steps into a world of dim light and swirling smoke, his eyes slowly adapting to the tavern's interior. Under the cloak of night, a historian unwittingly treads a forest road towards an ancient castle, unaware of the lurking danger. The castle looms in the distance, a silent sentinel guarding secrets and dangers alike. Unseen eyes watch from the forest's edge, their gaze fixed on the approaching historian. Under the cloak of night, the castle looms, a silent sentinel awaiting the awakening of a dark prince. The castle is waiting for a new soul to awaken the dark prince once more. Deep in the castle basement, an ancient coffin lid groans open, unleashing an abyss of darkness. From the inky blackness, a pair of eyes suddenly ignite with an unholy red glow, piercing the silence. Under the pale light of dawn, a villager lies still, his lifeblood stolen, leaving behind 2 ominous marks on his neck. The quiet is broken only by the subtle echo of unseen wings, hinting at the horror that unfolded in the dark. In the village, the rising sun casts long shadows, obscuring the line between the living and the lost. Upon the forest road, Alexander's ghost observes the new historian's approach to the castle, a silent acknowledgement of the unending cycle. As the historian nears, the spectral figure of Alexander lingers, shadowed by the weight of repeating history. In a moment suspended between worlds, Alexander's ghostly gaze reflects the eternal return, bound to the castle's fate.